that you?
Draper.
Mom, are you okay?
It's Apple.
Mom, is that you?
Is that your mom?
Huh?
Look, there's some serious going on down here, okay? They're taking these prisoners,
Mom, is that you?
sending them out to these human meat facilities, man.
Meat facility? I don't want to hear about your sex life, Mom.
Some of these guys, they don't have sisters, they don't have families, so they're untraceable. So they take them and they send them to these meat facilities they are building on Earth, and then they send them out of the universe, man. It's crazy. No, I'm not crazy, man.
Hey, you did?
The chief sent me in here, and he knows about our little with Scumbag Coley.
Told you, stay out of my life.
Yeah, he's not too fond of him.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, you're really up. So that's why I'm in here.
You in jail again?
Constantly
Hey, you did?
on the run, making sure my
Stay out of my life.
my leather Cheerio doesn't get taken advantage of, if you know what I mean, okay?
Come on.
You gotta get me out.
I already told you, Mom. I got nothing left in my bank account.
I gotta go.
Mom, is that you? Mom!
Coming up on the Jimbo and Inman Show.
I run into longtime friend, legendary announcer, Larry Huffman.
I just want to say that I'll never forget you, Lenny, and all you've done for me.
Say one of the things from Mickey Thompson's off-road.
Nitro-burning, fire-breathing, tar-scorching, 6-second funny cars. Be there!
That's Larry
Jimmy
Huffman.
Dean's alive!
Larry Huffman joins the debauchery. Then we're hanging out with
With the Stew Man in Stu's garage. What's happening?
Hey man, welcome to what's left of the garage.
and a very special
Bedtime story.
Keep pushing on. Keep pushing on. Keep pushing on. Keep pushing on.
And now, the guys responsible for rock and roll's decline in Western civilization, Jimbo and Inman.
And welcome to another installment of
Yes.
the Jimbo and Inman Show. Here we are, number 2, baby.
Yep, part deux, because there were so many unanswered questions in episode 1. We had to do it again. Jimbo and Inman, man, thanks for coming aboard with us.
Yeah, pretty excited. We had an overwhelming amount of support that was
Right.
shown last week. People came on, and we're like, dude, I'm so excited that it's not just my mom out there saying, hey, great show. So, hey,
Right.
thank you very much, as I toot my horn a little bit there.
Yeah, no, it's very, very cool. Ran into a lot of people this week. Went to a Super Bowl party. I went Facebook Live on our page because I'm going to do that every now and then in between these episodes because I need to be heard. I used to be heard every morning, but now I'm going to be heard whenever we want. And check this out. I ran into Tiffany. Did you see that?
Yes, I did. I like that you're going on the page. People want to see you. They miss you. They're like, hey, man, we missed you in the morning. Why aren't you on it anymore? I'm like, well, we're on Friday Live, so you
Yeah.
can join us then. And Jimbo's also going to, send you those notifications that we're live, like a stalking ex-girlfriend or something, right?
Absolutely. Tiffany was very, very proud of us, and she said, if we want, maybe. I kind of coerced her into this, so to speak. Is that the right word? Coerced? I don't know. Whatever I did. I kind of tried to see if we could shoot a Tiff's diary maybe somewhere near her. So she's happy about the show. She's excited that she doesn't have to smell me anymore. You're the one that's got to smell me in
Oh,
it.
that's so awesome. I love your smell. Qué partido. All
my
right,
aroma.
Right, nice. Well, today we got you the big game last weekend. Your
Right.
team didn't make it,
Did
obviously.
not make it. Thanks again for rubbing that in. But, yes, I did watch the Super Bowl. Did you get to enjoy it?
I don't watch the game. I honestly don't.
Commercials? Not your thing.
Yeah, I've always felt out of place growing up.
Uh-huh.
Like everybody was into the game, like girls and boys, and I'm like, I've got lost hope. I don't even like football, man. But
Inman's a transformer. He doesn't know what he likes. But he likes MMA. You've probably seen him on King of the Cage. You're the king of that cage, my brother. So good props to you on liking
thank
the
you.
MMA.
Anything all MMA. You can ask me all day.
But you didn't see any of the commercials, the Super Bowl commercials?
Nah. I figured you'd let us know about it, man.
Yeah, because last week, if you caught our episode 1, you could still catch it on our Facebook. But you did the world's worst commercials, and you did some of those Dorito ads, which were pretty bad, amusing.
They were very bad, actually.
They were definitely the worst.
You're being nice.
But this past Super Bowl, there was another Doritos commercial that made it, and my kids broke my heart. Let me put it this way. If you saw the Doritos commercial, it was basically with Peter Dinklage.
Oh, yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Yes.
The angry guy that elf with Will Ferrell yelled at. You call me an elf one more time. My kids watched that Doritos episode, and they go, Dad, it looks like you, but you're an inch taller.
Oh.
An inch taller than Peter Dinklage? Technically, it's 3 inches, okay? 3 inches, my friend. 3. So, anyways, that's one of my Super Bowl memories right there. But
Who the hell ever wants to be compared to Dinklage, man?
I know.
God.
But I hope you enjoyed it. But I went job hunting again, Inman.
You did.
And this is a very special edition because it went a little bit different than last week at Little Rosie's. I ran into a good longtime friend of ours, and I think you're going to like him and remember this guy.
Did you last longer than 15 minutes this time?
No.
No. Well,
Sad to say.
Without further ado,
Here it is.
this is Job Hunting with Jimbo.
Well, you ain't gonna believe this. Guess what? I'm out there job hunting, looking for a job, and guess what? I run into longtime friend, legendary announcer, Larry Huffman.
I just want to say that I'll never forget you, Lenny, and all you've done for me.
You're a sweet, sweet
Jimbo.
man. Now, here we are. I'm hanging out here with Larry, and why don't you tell our audience what you've done besides covering the first chariot races back in the day?
It was
What
a
did
long
you
time
announce
ago.
for?
Oh, Charlie's Angels, Knight Rider, Miami Vice, Chips, Renegade. I had a principal role on Fantasy Island, and I did for ESPN. I did Bowling for Hickeys, which was a big show.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, it was really big.
And also, you've done some motocross
Supercross, motocross, Japan, Canada, all across the United States.
and a little off-road racing, haven't you?
Mickey Thompson, I was his voice for 15 years. Mickey Thompson off-road races.
Now, what would you say, just for example, just so our audience knows, say one of the things for Mickey Thompson's off-road racing. Do it!
Throw it to me. Nitro burning, fire breathing, tar scorching, 6-second funny cars. Be there!
That's Larry
Jimmy
Huffman.
Dean's alive!
Yes, he is. As a matter of fact, Larry and I first met about 23 years ago.
Highlight of my life.
Yep, he's been trying to live it down ever
I'll never
since.
forget you, Lenny.
Now, what we've done radio together,
We certainly have.
and what are you known for most when it came to doing radio with me, Jimbo?
I was clocked by the LA Times. They did a story. They called me Supermouth. I could do 300 words a minute on the air, which nobody else could do, and they
Wow.
could understand every bit of it.
And you could understand yourself?
Yeah, I would drink a lot of water. I was in New York City one time doing a Supercross commercial for Wrangler jeans, and the director was sitting across from me, and she had me do this thing, and I'm drinking water. I guess I spit a little bit because at the end I says, she said, "That's great." I said, "Do you need anything else?" She says, "A towel." True story.
Now, I used to have a show with some friends of mine, Stu and Tiffany, and what were you most known for when you came on our show?
I don't remember. What was I most known for?
We would always have you come in
had
and
me-
read
you
things.
had me read something, yeah.
And what do you remember? What was
Yeah,
the
I'll-
most infamous one?
I don't. Oh, yes, I do.
What was it?
We're not going to do that, are we?
We're not going to do it, but just tell the audience what you had to read.
How to insert a tampon. I took that crack from people for years for that.
Not just a tampon, a nitro burning tampon. I love you, Larry. What do you think of my new venture so
This
far?
is incredible. This is unbelievable what you've done, and you're going all the way. I'm telling you, all the way
I
to the
like
bottom.
that. It's kind of a gift because, we're both man candy, and just being on the radio, it was kind of
They can't see you, buddy. They can't see you.
But now they can.
Now they can.
Feast
Yes.
your eyes, ladies and questionable men. It's Larry and Jimbo. Now, I got to ask you one more thing, Larry.
Yes, sir.
Now, we got Valentine's Day
Yep.
coming up. And you know I love you.
Yep.
And I got a feeling you kind of like me a lot, too.
Oh, you're one of the greatest, buddy.
Thank you. So I was wondering, if you wouldn't mind, for my Valentine's wish, would you read the lyrics to one of my favorite love songs of all time?
I'll be glad to, and I'll wear the mini skirt on the push-up bra. If I'm going to be a prostitute, I might as well dress like one.
Just
Give it
like
to
old
me.
times. Here you go. Here it is. Let me set you up here. From 1975, a #1 Billboard chart hit, Loving You by Minnie Riperton, read by Larry Huffman.
Loving you is easy, 'cause you're beautiful. Making love with you is all I want to do. Loving you is more than just a dream come true, and everything I do is out of loving you.
La 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 la, la 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 la. Do 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 do.
No one else can make me feel the colors that you bring. Stay with me while we grow old, and we will live each day in springtime, because loving you has made my life so beautiful. And every day of my life is filled with loving you. Loving you, I see your soul come shining through. And every time that we have,
La 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 la.
I'm more
La,
in
la, la,
love
la,
with
la.
you, baby.
La 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 la.
Jimmy
la,
Dean's
la.
alive.
Hey, can we do it one more time, but my head in your lap? Is that okay?
No.
No, oh, come on. Where's the love, Larry? Come on.
It ain't there.
All right, there it is. Looking for a job, and I'm running into legendary announcer Larry Huffman.
Jimmy Dean's alive.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 Larry.
Can you clean yourself up back there? So?
It was a beautiful moment, man. I do love me some Larry Huffman, everybody.
Okay, I've got to say, you have had to know this guy for a long time
Yes.
because, I mean, you just don't ask another man, can I lay in your lap, Larry?
It's a special relationship. I'd rather not divulge any more information, but I have known him a long time. I mean, like way back in the day. I think I was my producer Jim era.
Was it the chariot era, like you were
The
discussing?
chariot.
God.
Yeah, he was calling the chariot races with the stew man riding in there, you know, going on and on and on. Like, but yeah, I've known him, man. It was like when I first started at that radio
Like,
station.
was it like maybe about?
Oh.
You know what? Let's go to this camera. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Inman,
baby.
where'd you get that, man?
Dude, who is that? Shawn Michaels, the wrestler, or what, man? What's going on here?
Woo!
Oh, you know the.
Hi, I'm Jimbo. Hey, I'm job hunting, and Larry Huffman has been doing this since the days of the chariots.
I like how you replaced the logo with the new era. You know, I guess sometimes you got to let go, right? Except maybe the hair. Look at Jimbo, still growing the hair, trying. I am just a fluffy human. I think I'm the human snuggle bear or something like that.
A couple things.
Look at that.
Look at that. All I can think
Oh.
of is curly fries. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it was a good time, and that era, that's where I got my start for all that formal training, so I could make it on the Inman show.
I mean, the hair's so beautiful. I just want to put my hands in it. Look at this, like this.
Look at you
Let's
petting
get a
me.
far shot of that real
All right,
quick.
quit petting me.
Yeah,
Quit petting me. It's getting a little bit awkward. Dear Lord.
Give me my picture
All right,
back.
I got it. Get rid of that thing. Let's focus on the present.
The present, but the past.
Yes.
And when we say this, we're talking about Stew Man. We are going to be visiting his.
His garage. Everybody has heard about his garage. I think he has a house, but he spends like 99% of his dwelling time in the garage. So I thought, hey, let's go hang out in his natural habitat, catch up with the Stew Man. I haven't talked to him in about a month.
Well,
I got to be honest.
I took the liberty upon myself and entitled this segment, whatever you want to call it. This is Puffin' Stuff
Perfect.
with the Stew Man.
Yeah!
All right, here we are. It's Jimbo, and guess what? Guess who I'm hanging out with? Tall Boys and Talk with the Stew Man in Stew's Garage. What's happening?
Hey man, welcome to What's Left of the Garage. I'm moving this weekend, but I'll have another garage. You guys will come back, won't you, next time?
An update.
Okay.
That sounds good. So here we are. Here's actually the bike that the Stew Man used to ride, commute to work in, didn't you?
Yeah, did that for, almost a dozen years. Good Lord, have mercy.
Now here we are in Stew's garage.
Hanging.
What the hell are you doing here, Stu? Why do you like the garage so much compared to the house, like the living room or something?
I can smoke, for
Right.
starters, because...
You like your smoking, don't you?
Yeah, but I never... I have no problem smoking in exile. You know what I'm saying? I'm a well-mannered smoker. Thank you very much.
Speaking of smoking, I know
But this is my goddamn house now, so here.
he can do whatever he wants. It's his house. Now I know cigarettes aren't the only thing you smoke in Stu's garage. How have you been enjoying the legalization, man, this year?
Well, you know, I remember the first one back when Jerry Brown let it in a long time ago, and I was very thankful for that, as I am for this one. It's ridiculous.
Good times?
Weed can help people, okay?
Has it helped you so far?
Damn right.
What-
I'm sleeping better than ever, Clyde, and my
Nice.
blood pressure is down.
All right, I like hearing all that stuff. Now here we are. As you see, I got this little mic that says the Jimbo and Inman show. Do you remember Inman?
Of course I do. I remember Beaker.
Yeah, Beaker, that's right.
That's Steve Inman's old nickname was Beaker because we had a whole bunch of people named Steve, and nobody knew who was what. So there you
So
go.
we gave him Beaker.
Beaker.
Remember Asian Persuasion on the radio?
Oh my God! Holy shit! I forgot about that, man. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. We're good. There's no regulation really on this.
Excellent.
Now, remember how much our boss hated him? So Inman couldn't be on our show that often. It was like, get that guy off our show.
No. And because I've gotten along always so well with the younger people who have come in and helped us doing our show.
Right.
For years and years and years. And Beaker happened to be one of them. God, I hope. I'm sorry, Steve, if I call you Beaker, all that. I know you didn't like it then. You probably don't like it now, but I remember.
The Stew Man remembers you. So, what have you been doing, man? You've been cool? You just chilling in your garage?
Yeah,
you got a
man,
game plan, or what the hell you gonna do?
Trying to move forward. I mean, you guys called me up, so I must be moving forward a little bit anyway.
Not too far, but we do have some plans. Get ready. The Stew Man, myself, and Inman, we may be coming to a dispensary near you. So here we go. Let's cheers that. What do you say? A little drinky? There you go. Tall Boys and Talk with Stu continues here, but we need to I'm a little bit parched right now, so. Now, Stew Man, I gotta ask you.
All right.
Your Steelers got knocked out of the playoffs by Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, here come the.
That was a terrible game, but you had a chance,
Here
didn't
come
you?
the Steelers. Oh God, did we have a chance? You saw the game, for God's
Yeah.
sakes. That was just a nail biting. Oh, I couldn't take it.
Now I got to ask you honestly, what was your first reaction when my Minnesota Vikings got knocked out of the playoffs? So close, one game to the Super Bowl, and you know how long I've been a fan. Look at you laughing already. What did you think when the Vikings lost? What was your first reaction?
I thought Jimbo's team's living up to his reputation.
Damn you, Stu. Look at him laughing, loving it. This is so wrong. So wrong, man.
Don't tell me who got wronged. I got wronged
All
in
right.
the goddamn playoff game or whatever.
Well, let me ask you this. Since none of our teams are in it, who is going to win the big game on Sunday?
Oh God, I'm just hoping it's not America's choir boy, for God's sakes.
You don't like Brady?
No, and I will go with our other old co-worker 40.
Yeah.
Go with the Eagles, I think.
Yep, 40's a big Eagles fan. Yeah, I talked to him after the game, and he basically he almost curved me. He did a curving, laughed in my face. He was doing the skull chant over my head, just going, Foles!
Yeah.
Foles! Anyways, now I got to ask you, in this garage, I know you're leaving this, moving to another garage
Yep.
soon. Have you ever had sex in this garage?
No,
Even by yourself?
not with the dog or anybody else. No.
You never felt the urge?
No.
Now, what are you doing here, though?
No. What am I doing here? I'm just slugging away here in
Yeah.
the East Valley. I love the East Valley here in Ucaipa, and hanging out here, moving on and upward.
There you
Moving
go.
on.
Is there anything, we kind of got rushed out of our last gig. Is there anything you would like to tell the audience or thank them? I mean, we had a hell of a run. We had some good, stupid, fun radio.
Man, we had some times that you would just not believe, just uncategorically. I'm a little faded tonight.
like
You guys are getting me late.
That's all right.
Uncategorically
Ooh, it's a lot of syllables.
fun, man. I mean, just, total freaking damn fun.
But guess what? I don't think we're done yet. So we want you to
I
keep
don't either.
listening.
That's right.
Keep watching. We're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff with you. Do you guess what I'm working on, Stu, man?
What are you working on, man?
I got this. I got some backers here, and we're gonna take some party buses called the Jimbo Bus Tours. And I want to invite you because you got a pretty good voice, way better than mine,
Well-
to maybe be the MC on my brewery bus tours.
Brewery bus tour.
You like that?
Wow.
That'd
I
be
like
pretty
the
cool.
name already.
Yeah.
Sure, man. You
All
got
right.
it. You got
Look
it.
at that. They can't break up the band completely, you know.
No way. Come on.
Yeah. I love you, Stu. I got to be honest.
I love you too, bro.
Because of radio, I got to meet you. I remember when I first moved to California back in 1987, I would listen to this guy on the radio. I was cutting pipe in Fontana at Builder's Fence, and you helped me get through a lot of great mornings. And then I got to work with this old guy.
Well, you know what? And I don't know. I'm not trying to be overly philosophical here with you or anything like that. But Jimbo, embrace it all, but don't forget, keep it all, if you can, at an arm's length.
Words of wisdom floating by in Stu's garage. tall boys and talking with the stew man. And I got to be honest, I'm looking at your table over here, and I see, looks like a knife. Is that in case anybody comes in here and tries to steal your weed? You shank them?
Look out, I'm armed.
Uh-oh, look out. And then what's this? Is this where you do your grooming, your manscaping? What do you What do you do with this thing?
You know what? I shave outside because I'm spoiled, okay?
Your ears? What do you shave mostly?
Yeah, my ears.
And?
Well, I shave my pubes occasionally.
So that is touching Stu's sack at one point?
Want to have it back?
I think I'll put it way over here right now. Oh, man, was that a great time? Being in Stu's natural habitat, his garage. He's talked about it for so many years. Is that cool?
Yeah, it was an excellent segment, but however,
What?
Having to violate him on his bicycle, his means of transportation, you're violating the sanctity of that bike, man.
It is kind of weird. I seem to have some weird relationships with some men in my life. As a matter of fact, Stu Man is like, even though he's older than me, I kind of consider him like a little baby brother.
Yeah.
You know, since I'm a little bit bigger and hairier than him, and I could do. But one of my favorite stories, I didn't get to talk about this. There's a thing called the High Roller in Vegas. It's the world's biggest Ferris wheel, and he has a fear of heights. And we did a broadcast. We were doing an event, and we were in the High Roller. And during our little segment that we were recording, I grabbed the Stu Man, and I totally roll over, pull him on the ground, and I push him up against the glass. And he's like looking. He's like, "Come on, man, come on."
That's so, I totally
I love
understand.
him.
But I understand how it is to be afraid of heights because, when we would go up, with the radio station back in the day, we would go up to, Big Bear, we'd go up the mountain. I would always call in sick on those days because you drive the truck up and I'm like, no, I can't go, man. Somebody's got to drive. Because when I'm driving, I'm like, the big old Pope truck.
Yes. Oh, well, I hope one day to have a special embrace with Inman on the High Roller. Maybe one day, now that I know one of your kryptonites.
No, I was just playing. Those were jokes.
Okay, so you're not. Okay.
No, I'm not.
All right.
No,
anyway, but yeah, man, the Stu Man, I mean, I've admired the guy forever. I moved out from Chicago in 1987, and, I had dreams of maybe working for an advertisement company. I never thought of getting into radio or anything like that. I got plucked out of the mall. I was Jim Tendo selling video games. And I used to listen to the Stu Man on the radio, and then before you know it, there I am, working with him, and seeing him every morning was such a great thrill, and I have so many great memories. And the good news is Stu and I are in touch, and he definitely wants to be part of the Jimbo and Inman show. So we got a lot of other adventures to have with the Stu Man, baby. Everybody loves the Stu Man, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And, I absolutely heard something through our editors, our little junior editors. They were
Right.
telling me about
Our team.
a little bit of sort of a story, so to speak.
Yes. That wasn't the entire time we spent in Stu Garage. We did a little bit of fun. I don't know if you remember, everybody loves the Stu Man's laugh.
Yes, they do.
That's for sure. It's so contagious. You can almost hear things from the swing auditorium being coughed up.
Yeah, people are wiping off
Yeah.
phlegm while they're going to work here in the morning. It's coming through the speakers,
It's a beautiful thing. A lung cookies. It's an audio lung cookie when you hear the Stu Man laugh. And the thing that made the Stu Man laugh the most was when I told him something called a bedtime story.
That's a good segue. We'll just leave it at that.
All right, I like it.
Can you do that one more time?
Jimbo's bedtime story. Today's Jimbo's bedtime story is called Super Hole Sunday.
You know her, don't you?
Oh, man, I love this laugh. It's so good to hear the Stu Man's laugh.
You know her.
Here we go. I never thought this would happen to me.
Of course not.
I got a job as a water boy for the new pro football team, the LA Riots.
Hey!
I went down to the locker room one day before the players got to the stadium.
Right, perfect.
The most beautiful cheerleader walked up.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you. And we had, wait, I screwed that up already. I've been having a few tall boys with the Stu Man. The LA Riots.
Yes.
Cut. Edit if you can.
Great.
I went down to the locker room one day before the players got to the stadium. The most beautiful cheerleader we had was down there. And she was gorgeous. With the biggest pair of super domes I'd ever seen. She was practicing her splits
when I noticed she wasn't wearing any underwear.
Get out!
Yeah! The minute I saw her AstroTurf, I became incredibly Paul Hornung.
Horning.
Hornung! That's right, that too. He's choking up over here.
Her AstroTurf?
My Brian Piccolo instantly became a Howie Long. When she realized I was there, I thought I'd be penalized for illegal procedure.
Right.
Instead, she said, "Are you ready for some football?" I could see that she was no saint, if you know what I mean. She pulled out my Kenny the Snake Stabler and began to play. Are you with me?
What?
And began to play with my little buccaneers. Soon, she began to blow my whistle. She was giving me the best head coach I've ever had. She should have been the captain of the Purple People Eaters, if you know what I mean. This is great.
Biased.
I started to nibble on her icky woods. He's losing it. Soon we began the 49ers. I wanted to learn how to read. No.
I'm trying to figure out what a 49er is.
I wanted to show her my sack dance. She taught Jimbo how to read. She insisted we have safety sex. So I put a pigskin on my Dick Vermeil. I couldn't wait to Packers. She put the backfield in motion as I put my field general into her red zone. I was really splitting her uprights. She screamed, "Go deep, and called for the Hail Mary.
Do it.
Do it, baby. I wanted to take a timeout, but she called for the 2-minute drill. I couldn't hold back any longer, Stu.
No.
I shot my Gatorade all over her steel curtain. Afterwards, I was asked how it was. You know what she said, Stu?
What'd you say?
She said, "I was good, but next time, let's dick butt kiss." And that is Jimbo's in Stu Man's Garage Super Game Bedtime Story. Stu, I love making you laugh. Your laugh has been part of this empire for ages. Thank you for letting us come to your garage. Tall Boy's talking with the Stu Man in his garage, future broadcasts in his new garage, and maybe at a dispensary near you, right?
We'll be back, man.
Right on.
Count on it.
Oh, man. What an
love it.
exciting moment. Thank you for making that happen.
Oh, I love it. Thank you, Stu, for opening up your garage and letting us in and letting out some of the smoke. It was starting to get a little smoky in there. You know why. But, man, we love you, Stu, and I know we're going to see you again in your garage.
It was good to have Stu back on the show. I mean, it's great to see you guys be able to do that story that everybody just seems to love so much.
Oh, it felt so good to read it to him. I mean, just hearing his laugh, it's so contagious. It's like my adrenaline. Stu Man, laugh at me. I love it. I love it.
We'll see more of the Stu Man here in the future of
For sure.
future episodes.
Yeah.
For sure. And we want to thank Larry Huffman for his time, for spewing out some of those lines.
Absolutely, Larry. I love it. You know, Larry Huffman, you can reach to me anytime.
Yeah, Larry, I think Larry was just happy you didn't make him read the directions of the tampon again.
Yeah,
Like that.
a little bit of relief about that. That nitro burning tampon.
And the way you say Larry, Larry, look, get his facial expression. Let's do it one more time.
Here we go. You are listening to Larry Huffman.
Yeah, let's get the right camera here.
Yeah, come on, wake up over there,
Yeah,
crew. Come on,
yeah,
do
what's
your
going
job. We're doing our job there. That's Inman. Go to Jimbo's camera. The other one. There it is. Larry Huffman. Jimmy Dean's alive. That's right, Larry. We love you. Come back on the show anytime.
That's the thing we would do in radio. We're like, don't puke. You know what I mean? There's never going to be another Larry Huffman, and people would try and impersonate that.
Oh,
it
they
just
will.
doesn't come off right. You know
They'll
what I mean?
fail, like
They'll
I
fail.
just did, but it was a good time
Yeah, it
doing
was a good time.
you know? Everybody
Absolutely.
loves doing a Larry. Do it at your drive-thru. People love when you walk. Give me some nitro burning McRibs.
Okay, some
All right,
cholesterol.
we're getting out of control here.
Okay, so
listen.
another way they can support the show is obviously share this page or like
Please.
it. Do it as much as you can. Our movie that we've been working on the last year or so is up on Amazon Video. That's another way you can support the show. It's free. You don't have
Yeah,
to buy it. And
see?
if you don't have Amazon, you can still watch it.
Please, yeah, you can get it. You'll get your money's worth. It's free. And there's actually, 2 episodes right now of Detective Jimmy Apple, where I play your boss. I play Captain Draper. And I'm even more intense than I am on the Jimbo and Inman show, so.
I was just about to say that, man. It's in a more intense Jimbo, but please get the kids out of the room, tell Grandma to leave. Here is a trailer of Detective Jimmy Apple in Cannibal Run.
Check out these acting chops now.
You want your job back, right?
Well, of course. Anything. I'll do it.
I need you to go to prison and gather some intelligence. Right now, prisoners are being tossed out like yesterday's trash and processed at a local human meat facility and shipped out of the universe.
Okay, that's really weird and really strange story, but what the hell's that got to do with me?
I need you to get in there, find out which family is behind all of this and which local officers are making this happen. I need you to work your way in, just like Draper worked his way into your mom.
What the So this chick's pretty hot. Sorry. That was an accident. You said you were gonna stay away from my mom.
Oh my God, I love that clip. I gotta get more of it.
Stay away from my mom.
I can't. She gives too good loving. I tell you what, man.
You almost said something out.
I know. Try to keep it simple. It's hard after watching Detective Jimmy Apple.
It really is. That's kind of like our outage, kind of like where we can get out there and just cuss and be bad. But you know what? That's why it's rated R for a reason.
A lot of people don't know, but we suffer from Tourette's, and we get it out through Detective Jimmy Apple. So there you
because
go.
here we're like really holding in from
That's right.
saying some bad words right now. So a very big show. Thank you to everybody for watching. We appreciate it once again.
Yes, also, too, just so you know, we're going to re-air it. So feel free to watch it again. Click, like, share as much as you can, people, because we're going to be coming all over the Inland Empire. And I keep saying that.
Yeah. The record scratched again. Thank you, producer. You're on point now, man. He's got the record.
Even halfway through me saying it, I'm like going, all right, this sounds naughty.
Yeah, so like I was saying, like Jimmy Apple on Amazon Video, if you watch it, just put it on loop. That provides for this show because it's all the same production company. You watch it, it's free on Amazon.
Yes.
If you don't have Amazon, just download the app, and it's free with ads. And I think they put like a 10-second ad at the beginning. Not that bad.
That ain't bad at all. And I guess this is being a part of wrapping up part 2, the sequel of the Jimbo and Inman show. There will be a number 3, won't there?
Yes, there will be. But before that number 3 happens, we talked about it last week. We're going to be focusing on some local music scenes and stuff like that. But this is not just a local band, a world phenomenon that actually shot something out here.
Yeah, something very, very cool. Some guys that you've probably seen, performing all over the Inland Empire. Plus, this video was actually filmed in parts of Stu Kaipa. Kaipa, that is. You know what I'm talking about. Isn't that a good name?
Yeah, I love it.
Also in Riverside. So these guys love the Inland Empire, and we want to thank Great White for providing the music to take us out of episode 2.
Thank you for letting us play this and not suing us. We appreciate it.
That's right.
He's Jimbo.
He's Inman.
Thank you for joining the Jimbo and Inman Show.
White's brand new album.